in me, somebody like me. Some of y'all know me. I thank God my mama's here and my baby sister's here. Some of y'all know me. I remember how troublesome I could be growing up. I have a person I grew up with, and every time she sees me, she says, "You a pastor?" But ain't nobody but the Lord. And so I thank God. I truly love Trinity United Church of Christ Give. God has honored my life more than I could ever have imagined or deserved. So Trinity, give God the praise for you.
All right,
you
all
have
right.
blessed me far more than I have done anything for you. I see my spiritual mama and my spiritual grandmama. And Pastor Wright was looking at you when Charles asked for the clergy to stand up. Dr. Ivy Carruthers.
She stood.
Oh, she stood?
Yeah.
Okay, let's make it sure. And so I wanna say that the other thing that is so essential is that God blessed me with a spiritual father.
All right, all right.
I mean, not just for the ministry. My daddy passed away in 1991, and it devastated me. And even today, I wish my daddy was here. He never got a chance to see me preach. He never got this opportunity. And then God gave me somebody who, let me say this. If you are lucky, there are some people that you will meet in life.
Yes, yes.
That you will spend your life trying to make them proud.
Mm-hmm.
And this man behind me, and I know I'm a headache. I know I'm a headache, and I know I'm a disappointment at times. But I spend my life, literally, trying to make Jeremiah Wright smile.
All right,
trying
all
to
right.
make him proud. Because he's just that type of a person with integrity, just that type of a pastor. So 11 years ago, God called me to pastor. 13 years ago, I was ordained. 13 years ago this month. And many of you weren't there for my ordination. And these are the words I read. So after I read these words and present to you the preacher for this evening,
all right.
I think we may have another song. We don't have another song. So, okay, we go right to the preacher. That's right. So,
we're ready, Pastor.
So after I read these words, I'm going to present to you the man for the hour. The late Gardner Taylor called him the preacher to America.
All right.
In times like these, it's a Jeremiah Wright sermon.
All right, all right.
That helps you really get clear on what's going on.
Preach to us today.
And so let me read what he means personally for me from the words of the late Dr. Gardner C. Taylor. And this is what he wrote. It is a privilege, I believe the very highest on earth, to be called to the preaching of this gospel. You will not hold me condemned for pressing upon you the privilege of our calling with an experience which occurred recently in my own ministry. On a fall day and under a gently weeping sky, we laid the body of Deacon William Clapp in its grave. I have never in all of these years known a person who received the gospel more eagerly and gladly than William Clapp. Also, he was to me what an old Creole preacher in my youth characterized as a member and friend. I stood with his daughter in the intensive care room of one of New York's hospitals on what proved to be the next to the last day of his life. By then he was comatose, but she told me of how he spoke in his last rational moments of his love of the church and its time of worship. She said that the last thing he said was, "I wish I could hear him preach one more time."
All right.
Now, no preacher has of himself or herself anything of real significance to say to anyone who is within view of the swelling of the Jordan. But there is a gospel, and you are privileged to be summoned to declare it. It can stand people on their feet for the living of their days, and also what a privilege, almost too precious to be mentioned. It may be that the gospel which you preach will then steady some poor pilgrim as they come to where the bridgeless river is, and some of them, feeling the spray of the Jordan misting in the face, just might thank God as they cross the river that he made you a preacher. I thank God that God made the Reverend Dr. Jeremiah A. Wright Jr. a preacher.
All right.
So come on, give him some love. Give God the praise for him. And I